In Singapore for round 15 of the Tier 1 Breakout Racing League. I am Daniel Stevens alongside Jonathan Webster, and as you can see, the rain is coming down here tonight, and John, this should make things exciting for our drivers. New Zealand Ryan comes in with a points lead as he has the last several weekends, but it looks like SHZa has been able to regather that second position in the driver's table, overtaking VSR Hydraulics after last time out at Italy with his victory. So John, what should our viewers expect here tonight for the racing quality, and can someone stop New Zealand Ryan?
Danny, I'm real excited for this one. It's going to be a great race. The rain is coming down, like you said. It's coming down really hard, so these drivers are going to come out on these wet compound tires here at the beginning of qualifying. But tonight we should expect some clean, very intense racing around the streets of Singapore. I personally love this track, and many of the viewers usually do as well, especially in the dry, so hopefully things can dry up. But yeah, very excited for tonight, and back over to you, Danny.
Yeah, well, something that our viewers should pay attention to here tonight is we have 3 debuts this time out at Singapore. In the Red Bull, our new driver, we have SHZa Vivid. In the Racing Point, we have MasterBezerk. And in the Toro Rosso, we have Tiametmarduk. You heard that correctly. Tiametmarduk is now in the Breakout Racing League Tier 1. Great to see it, John. I don't know, but I'm pretty excited about this one just for that.
I'm very hyped up over the past couple of years with me getting back into Formula One. I've perhaps gone on YouTube before and watched the YouTuber himself, and Benjamin Daly, do many races and many videos. I'm very excited to see him in here. He does have 429,000 subscribers on YouTube, and he does race in the F1 esports competitions very regularly. So I'm excited to see what he has to put on for us today for the Breakout Racing League.
So John, let's talk about some drivers in the midfield here. Like BRL Sparky for sure, as I'm watching him slide through the track right now. He's been on great pace these last few weekends. He's moved himself up from the bottom to 10th place right now in the driver's total. Where can we see him end up here by the end of the season? Because he just seems to keep getting better.
Yeah, no, Sparky has massively improved over the last couple of races. And also I want to throw out Hooplicious. Hooplicious find himself last weekend up in the leaders, in the lead group there at Monza. So I think those two drivers have made their way up through the midfield, and I expect them to maybe be best of the rest by the end of the season with their pace. And I know Sparky has had some problems with some Wi-Fi over the last couple of weeks, but he has changed his router. I did get a call from him today on that. So hopefully those drivers can get a good show going for the next couple of races, and especially here at Singapore tonight.
All right, well, first driver to cross the line to start his flying lap is Bidunk there in the Alfa Romeo. Been a solid driver all season long, around 4th place, 5th place in talent. Whoa, loses the back end a little bit right there, but holds it well going on to the back straightaway, or main straightaway, whatever you want to call it here. It could be whatever you want. Hard on the brakes at the end of Sector 1, and he's got to be easy on the brakes as well. It is very easy to lock up in the wet weather, as we all know. This wet weather, I don't know if that's going to be what we see in the race here tonight, but at least for qualifying, it is really making things interesting. And John, if it is not raining in the race, what are these drivers going to load up for a setup right now? Is track position better than the strategy?
No, I think strategy plays in effect more than the track position. I know I commentated Tier 2 of Breakout Racing League a little bit earlier, and qualifying was completely dry, and me and this other guy, Colin, who commentates, we were wondering why everybody was going out in the sun. And we did not know that the rains started at the beginning of the race. It was intermediate conditions till about lap 17, and then it cleared up to the end, and it was a mad dash to the finish, and Saxman ended up taking that. So it was a very good, clean race. So go make sure you guys check that out to the viewers. But yeah, no, I definitely think strategy is more important than track position here. So these guys, if it's not going to rain during the race, I'd put on a regular dry setup.
All right, well, here comes Bidon coming through the final chicane. Third sector's all about hitting those early apexes and maximizing the exit. Looks like he's done that rather well. Here he is rounding the final corner. What's it going to be for Bidon across the line? And it is a 155.7. Not too sure how that stacks up. Can't say I'm too familiar with the wet weather pace around this racetrack, but we'll see how that stacks up when drivers to the likes of Jared, Ham Newton, and Chandler all set right here.
And Danny,
Chandler is on his lap, and many of them are on their lap.
Our boy, Tiametmarduk, is coming around the final corner and goes second.
There he is.
Oh.
Yeah, I think he was going a bit easy, though. It looked like he was just getting comfortable at the racetrack. And then BRL Sparky, there he is up at second, 156.0. Only 3/10 off of B-Dunk, so solid for Sparky.
Relative to B-Dunk.
That looks like an invalidation for Boss Cookie right there. Yeah, but across the line is Hugo. There we go, 155.0. Who's going to be the first to break to the 154s as MasterBezerk then goes second. We have ERS Ham Newton coming on the final chicane. Looks like he backs out of it, though. Possibly an invalidation for him. DRC Jared, here he is now coming through the third sector. Once again, creeping around. SHZa across the line. He does not go faster than MasterBezerk, interestingly enough. And then look at Sparky. Oh, it's Berserk there in 6th place. It shuffles the order a little bit. And Deer Hunter in 7th. Once again, you're going to see very different orders on the tally on the left as we normally see. New Zealand Ryan, there he is, 154.4 to the top. First one to hit that 154 mark, but as I was saying, there's a good chance we could see a different running order than we usually do, because wet weather seems to suit some drivers better than others, John.
Yeah, for sure, and Hooplicious is coming across the line, comes across the line, does not open the DRS, but he goes 8th in his Alfa Romeo.
Well, of course the DRS is
I know, that's why I said he didn't open it. I just thought about that. I had to think about that for a minute. Danny, I got to get some food in here, you know, something.
All right, well, I'm interested to see if Boss Cookie is on a lap right here. He did invalidate his first attempt, but looks like he has stayed out for another. This could just be an in-lap, though. Let's see what he does here. I have learned in the past, though, that many times, more often than not, it is better to go out there with a good few laps of fuel and just run lap after lap, because the track will get faster each lap you race, as well as the fact you'll get more confident in the racetrack the more you race on it. So we might see some drivers do that kind of strategy where you run a bunch. Looks like Boss Cookie has back out of it, though. Not too sure what's going on with him here early. Dralix appears to be on his lap. He needs to be a good one here. Oh, as he loses the back end right there. Huge fishtail to hold on to it. Dralix needs to regain that second position in the driver's table after last time out at Italy when Chandler took home the victory. So Dralix is going to look forward for a good qualifying and a good race here tonight. And also on his lap is Ward, and great to see him back on the racetrack. It's been, I believe, 3 or 4 weeks since he's been here in top split of BRL, so good to see him back here tonight.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Warden, we always pick him to, oh, and we got a yellow flag in Sector 2 and 3. Doesn't look like anything had happened there, but Warden, we usually pick him to be one to watch, as he always usually retires from qualifying or something along those lines, and starts in the back and makes his way through the field and comes out with a great finish. So I'm excited for him to be back after a hiatus there, but right now, our last place driver is Tiametmarduk with a time put in. So that's,
I don't think he was going full blazing there on his first lap. Looked a bit careful. But out of the final quarter comes Dralix. What's it going to be? An invalidation. Oh, man. So Dralix is not going to be able to set a lap time right there. Very easy to run wide in the wet here. In the dry, not a very easy track to get an invalidation on. But when it is wet, that is a different story. Very slick, very easy to run wide out of these corners. Warden appears to be coming through the third sector. Yes, here he is, about to go under the bridge right here.
I love that.
Got to be easy into this corner, John. I don't know. We might see a crash here into that bridge here in qualifying. Very easy to lock up in the dry and the wet. That's a whole other story.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, it's very tight, and the other bridge as well. That should be very tight through there as Warden comes around.
Here comes Warden through the final. What's it going to be in his Ferrari across the line? And hey, up to 7th place. That's looking better than dead last.
Sparky up to 4th. Yellow flag sector 2. Not sure what's going on there. It doesn't look like there's any action.
It looks like a bunch of drivers are just getting stacked into each other right now, trying to sort out the outlap for a bunch of them.
Yeah, definitely.
The yellow flag guys getting out of the way, but Taylor Clan is on his lap right now, as is Dralix. Actually, Dralix might just be coming in right here. Be interested to see if he does set this lap here, as he did invalidate his first attempt. Jared has rejoined the track, and here he is crossing the line to start another flyer. Ooh, loses the back end a little bit right there, but corrects it rather well. Tiametmarduk also on his out lap right here. It'll be fun to see what he can do in his first qualifying session of BRL, and It's got to feel a bit crazy that your first qualifying session, it is pouring down rain. We may have lost John there, but either way, as he tries to oh my god. All right, well, it has disconnected me instead. All right, looks like the Twitch stream is still going here. Yeah, it looks like our, what is it, our party and the Xbox server for the race just did not like me being there, so we're going to have to ready back up here and get back in. Apologize for the error. Got to get John back in the party right here alongside. Unfortunately, this happened in qualifying and not in the race. But sorry once again for the inconvenience. Let's get him in here right now. All right, John, just make sure you got the box checked back in for me.
Yeah, of course. Are we live?
Yeah, not too sure what happened. That was one of the strangest disconnections I think I've ever had, where it did not kill the stream, but it took me out of the race.
Yeah, it disconnected me as well. So, but back up to the action, as I was saying right before.
So it wasn't just me. Nice.
Yeah, no, it was me as well. But as I was saying right before the stream died, very sorry again to our viewers, but Warden is running a nice Ayrton Senna.
Oh, Ham Newton a second.
Helmet. Oh yeah, you're right. Ham Newton a second. Very good lap time out of Ham.
Yeah, well, we were gone. He moved up to second place.
Yes, he did. But yeah, he's running. Warden is running a beautiful Ayrton Senna tribute helmet. So we just want to say rest in peace to a legend, Ayrton Senna. He died 26 years ago. So, but Tiametmarduk is on a lap right now on that Toro Rosso, looking quite racing through here.
I don't know what you're talking about.
No, he's now on a lap.
That says out lap on my screen, but for all I know, that could be total BS, as weird connection things are happening here tonight. But anyways, gotta look at the front right here. You do expect to see a different shakeup here due to the rain, but it looks like we are seeing the regulars right now. New Zealand Ryan up top, Ham Newton second. One thing I've been surprised by is SHZa down there in 11th place. I know this isn't his favorite track, but still, he's so fast week in, week out. I expected to see him run a bit quicker here early in the session.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, he won last week at Italy. He put on a masterclass. As Tiametmarduk hits the wall a little bit, gets a little bit squirrely. Hopefully that didn't compromise his lap. But yeah, no, Chandler, very great driver. Just always on it and always at the front. So I'm shocked as well as he finds himself down in 11th right now in that Williams.
Well, here comes Tiametmarduk. Benjamin Daly across the line. What's it going to be? Ooh, big slide, and he only moves up one position from 18th to 17th. So still trying to get the grips here is looking at Max Stalo up to second. Wow. This guy is a monster in the wet.
He is.
He's got to be a monster in the wet. We're used to seeing him around 7th, 8th, 9th at best. And look at him running up at second here with 4 minutes left of the session. Still more time to improve on his lap time.
He's killing it out here today. I mean, very good, consistent driver, like you said. Finds himself around 7th, 8th usually in the drive, but that man flies in the wet. As ERS Ham Newton starts his lap, and Hugo is now on a lap as well. He sits down in 4th position.
Ryan started his a while ago as well. He is now about to start Sector 3 is New Zealand Ryan. Hard on the brakes there. Good apex indeed, and this is just all about making no mistakes. He's just trying to hit that racing line. When it comes to the wet, slow is fast, frankly enough. But here comes Ryan now through the 3rd sector, getting close to the wall on the left, closer on the right. Good run through there, easy on the brakes under the tunnel. Looks like a clean lap for Ryan. I don't know what laps for him aren't clean, but another one here nonetheless. Here he is coming through the final chicane, all about hitting those early apexes. Clips them well, runs a bit wide, but not wide enough to hit the wall. Here he is now coming through the final corner. Oh, and he goes a bit wide on exit. What's it going to be across the line? He does improve, though, massively as he goes up to a 153.831. That was a little under a second, but he broke from the 54s to 53s. First driver to do that tonight.
Yeah, very quick time out of New Zealand Ryan. I know he loves this track. Last week he didn't seem quite confident about that, though, but he's quick everywhere, you know. New Zealand Ryan, great driver. What a time out of him, a 53.8. So let's see if someone like Alan Hugo or ERS Ham Newton. I'm still interested
yellow
to see
flag
where
sector 1.
Oh, yellow flag sector 1.
Yeah, not too sure if anything happened, but I'm looking at Boss Cookie right now on his lap time. He's sat there in 9th place, and he's had a little bit of a roll recently, a little bit better than usual. Oh no, as Draux has left the session. Oh, and he's just retired, never mind. So we will still see him in the race. Good he didn't get booted there. That would have been very unfortunate for him, but still, Boss Cookie here, he's been on a good couple more races here, especially at Hungary a couple weeks ago, where he ran decently well, finished in 4th place, I believe. So we'll see what Boss Cookie can do here tonight. Had the slip up at Spa, but aside from that, looks like he's gotten his form a little bit under control. Look at B-Dunk. Looks like he is also on a lap time right here. A lot of these guys on their final laps right now. You usually see them just starting to leave the pits around this time, but for obvious reasons, they have to leave early due to the rain and this racetrack being very, very long. You got to leave a lot sooner than that.
Yeah, definitely. I'm watching BRL Sparky in the McLaren, a very good upcoming driver in that camp on a lap right now. Slides out of the hairpin a little bit, but pretty smooth lap so far out of him. He looks to jump Warden or ERS Ham Newton. And Alan Hugo goes 3rd, actually. We have a yellow flag in sector
good run
2
for
and
him.
3.
Here comes B-Dunk now under the tunnel. Looks like this has been a clean lap for him. By that, I mean I haven't seen any slip-ups from him so far. It's been very easy on the power. Here he is coming out of the final chicane. And what's it going to be for B-Dunk around the final corner? Here he is now across the line, and what is it going to be? Wow, 4th place for B-Dunk, 154.7. Excellent lap time for him.
Yeah, B-Dunk, consistent driver every week. Very good out of him to be up that close there to the leaders. As BRL Sparky comes around the final corner, does not improve.
Looks like New Zealand Ryan is satisfied with what he has done. And who did you say is coming around the final corner? Is it Sparky?
Sparky, but he had already invalidated his lap. I did not realize it. And
That's a shame. Chandler up to 6th.
Chandler up to 6th, yeah, excuse me. I thought it was Boss Cookie.
Yeah, Chandler up to 6th and Boss Cookie up to 5th. No, you said that. He did improve right there, did Boss Cookie. He went from 9th to 5th, and Chandler SHZa went from 11th to 6th. So good laps by those two to move themselves solidly in the midfield to start this race. That is assuming that someone like Jared doesn't dethrone them right here. And now looks like looks like Jared is on his lap right now. Not too sure if he just completed one or not, but he is sat 11th right now nonetheless. This is the back end a little bit right there, and Boss Cookie does retire from the session. He's satisfied with what he has run so far. Tiametmarduk is satisfied with what he has run so far, and he is dead last to start his first career run in split 1 of BRL. So that'll be fun to watch for sure.
Goes 2nd. Wow, and his Haas came out of nowhere, Danny. Absolutely nowhere.
He came out of nowhere. Look at me, Fern. You said it. And that Haas, he has been a midfield runner at best all season long. Like I said earlier, the rain can do crazy things. Fern is in 2nd place.
And Alan Hugo has hit the wall. This has compromised his lap completely. I'm not sure if he lost any front wing. It doesn't look like he did, but he did rub his tire against the wall.
Yeah, but John, how about this right now? We got 2 Haas's filling up the podium starting slots right now.
I never thought that those words would come out of your mouth, but DRC Jared is looking to go quicker here in the Renault. Very consistent driver. Last week got a podium at the Italian Grand Prix.
As Jared said a week ago, he doesn't really practice anymore for BRL, and I don't know how that's worked out for him tonight, seeing as it is raining. Getting no practice in the dry is hard enough. Getting no practice and then throwing yourself out there in the rain is something completely different. Here he is now coming through the 3rd sector. This doesn't look like a bad lap for him. Chandler SHZa is 2nd place, 154.1. That came out of nowhere there at the end of the session. Here comes Jared though, approaching the final corner. Oh man, he has retired.
And ERS Ham Newton is the last person on the lap.
He must have had an invalidation there. He must have. But yes, you said it. Here comes Ham Newton around the final chicane. This will be the final corner for him to end the session. Looks like he is the last runner. Actually, not the last runner. There's a couple others. Here is across the line, though. ERS Ham Newton up to 4th place. Good run for him.
Splits the
Look
two
at Fern, though, still sat there in 3rd. MasterBezerk loses out of the final corner and crashes across the racing line. Oh man, that's unfortunate for him. Malicious now across the line on the session. What's it going to be for him? And no, looks like he does not improve, or it's an invalidation for him. Either one. Deer Hunter, though, is the last one on his run. Here he is in the Red Bull coming up to the final corner. What's going to be for Deer Hunter if he can upset someone right here? Out of the final corner, he is across the line, and it does not look like he improved. He's going to start down there in 16th or 17th. 16th place, there it is, for Deer Hunter. So, John, bit of a wild qualifying session right there when it comes to driving, and definitely when it comes to Tiametmarduk's performance.
Yeah, I'm quite shocked about that, actually. He's not really showing the pace that I thought he would, so I don't know. I mean, I see, I'm not sure where he's going to end up, but I'm going to pick him to be my one to watch throughout the race. Sorry,
come
Danny.
on, you stole it right out of my mouth.
I knew you wanted to take him, but I had to take him real quick. But your top three: New Zealand Ryan, Chandler SHZa, Mean Fern, ERS Ham Newton's in fourth, Max Stalo in fifth, Alan Hugo, B-Dunk Boss Cookie, DRL Sparky, and Warden 99, who is back finally as your top 10. Danny, who do you have to your driver to watch?
Well, yeah, I was just about to say, this is that time where we pick our ones to win the race and our ones that our viewers back at home should take an eye on there. So, now, John, first, why don't you tell us who you think is going to win tonight? We know Tiametmarduk is your one to watch cut through the field, but who is the one who's going to stand up there on the top of the podium at the end of the race?
This is a hard choice. I mean, actually, it does look pretty dry. So this shakes everything up.
I'm in a car. I gotta
drivers.
change that.
Oh, you are in a car. All right, Danny, go.
I'm gonna have to
go
retire.
race. Go race. I got this.
Oh
But,
yeah, sure, definitely.
But no. I gotta go ERS Ham Newton. The end of qualifying, I was
Really?
watching. Yeah. At the end of qualifying, I was watching, and that final lap looked very, very clean and smooth. Now, he is on a controller, I'm pretty sure. And controller people do not have a big advantage around here. So I'm going to watch for ERS Ham Newton to shock the world tonight in the Breakout Racing League and win this race. But I'd also pay attention to his teammate.
Yeah, well, I'm not allowed to retire until the race starts, I don't think. Unless I quit the session and come back here shortly. I can't retire. Yeah, you know, I'm going to quit the main menu. John, send me an invite right now.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I was going to say that would make a very poor call for the start of the race if I was, my view was the back of the grid. So we're just going to quit here and rejoin it here. Sorry again for the issues. But yeah, I mean, for my one to win the race here tonight, I think it's hard to go against the Renault there of New Zealand Ryan. He's starting on pole position, and this is a track where it is very hard to overtake. And if he's able to just hit his marks and run his race, he should be able to bring this thing home for sure. As for my one to watch, I'll take a look at the running order here in a second, because I'm obviously trying to rejoin here. Let's spectate this thing.
Yeah,
Maverick sending me a party invite. Not too sure why that is the case, but
But yeah, no, your grid. This is going to be an interesting race. I kind of wish Dan the Lad was out there myself, just to see him show off his skills with the 19th place Tiametmarduk. That'd be quite good for him. But yeah, New Zealand Ryan brings this parade lap around in his Renault. Chandler SHZa right behind him in his Williams. Chandler, very good driver, won last week at the Italian Grand Prix.
all right, I'm back here, so I can say who I think is the one to watch here tonight. Gotta look at Dan Milado one's ghost car down there in 20th place. Let's see how that ghost car can do to run this. But nah, for real, I'm gonna take a look at someone that you don't usually mention. Taylor Clan there in 15th place. I've raced with him recently, and he is no slouch. He's pretty solid. If he can make some moves here tonight, that'll be fun to watch for sure. Someone else you got to look at too, I'm not too sure if you mentioned it there, John, is Dralik starting in 12th place. We know just how fast he is. Let's see what he can do here tonight. Maverick is lighting up my message feed right now. He said invite. He said my car will still be on the grid. Yeah, I know that.
Yeah,
It'll
Mean
be
Fern
a
has just
ghost
texted
car,
in the
though. It won't
Discord.
matter.
Dan the Lad, you do have to retire. So I don't know what's
I already
going to
did.
happen. Yeah.
Well, it's my ghost car, so I think you can mess anything up. I mean, I already quit and retired, so.
Yeah,
Well,
but
John, they
sorry
are
for the
lining up
technical
right here.
difficulties.
What are your final thoughts for our viewers here before we get started?
Oh man, this is about to be an exciting race. Hopefully the rain, there's no rain, and there's clear sailing for these drivers as the lights start to go out.
All right, here we go. Lights are coming on in front of the drivers. We now have 5 lights. And it's time to bring the action from Marina Bay. It looks like a good start from Ryan. Chandler with a solid one, though. He will not be able to get alongside him, but look at McStalo up to 3rd place, past his teammate, challenging Chandler around the outside of turn 2. A lot of side-by-side action coming out of turn 2 right there, but it looks like Ryan is your clear leader coming out of there. Here comes another Haas here. It looks like Mean Fern is actually on the defensive here. Didn't have the greatest start. Newton passes him rather quickly. B-Dunk behind them shaping up some moves right there. And look at Boss Cookie shaping it up as well. The 2 McLarens really going at it right there. Almost side by side going down the straightaway. Oh, very wide indeed go some of the drivers coming out of turn 4, but it looks like they hold on to it right there. And we see Warden going around the outside of, I believe that is Sparky, switches to the inside. Look at Warden, great move by him to move himself up into 9th place. And now we have Jared shaping it up for 10th place behind Sparky to try and take that last point away here on lap 1. Here they are coming through sector 2, and it looks like it has been a clean start down through the entire grid. New Zealand Ryan is your clear leader, though, already 1.2 seconds ahead of Chandler SHZa. John has left the party here, maybe a connection issue. We'll try to get him back here shortly. But man, that was a good, clean start for a lot of those drivers. Didn't seem to have too much contact. Good to see. You don't want to see any contact here. Tiametmarduk still down there in 19th place. Oh, there he is now making a move around SHZa Vivid for 18th. Oh no, it looks like oh boy, it looks like Tiametmarduk has gone around. Yes, he has. He has spun and he is now dead last. P19 if you exclude the Racing Point ghost car of myself, which I am sorry is still in there. But either way, we're coming around to lap number 1 here, or starting lap number 2 by me, ending lap 1. New Zealand Ryan is your leader across the line. Chandler SHZa 2nd place, and Chandler has a lot of work to do as it stands. McStalo right behind him, and ERS Newton also looking to make a move. If McStalo makes a mistake, he's going to try and send John an invite here. Not too sure why he left the party. Got to try and get him back. Sorry that the screen is black for you viewers right now. Not too sure why he left. Send him the invite back. But anyways, we were looking back at it right here. Look at McStalo putting the pressure here on Chandler SHZa. John, good to have you back here because that was a hell of a start right there. A lot of action already.
Yes, it was. I was trying to, I had to join another party. Danny, I need you to hop in your car and retire in the pit lane. I have received word from the owner of BRL. You must do that at once.
I don't know why that matters, because it's literally a ghost car, but all right.
Yeah, you're going to have to do that. I am sorry again for this whole stream.
I can't take control. No, I can't.
You're not? You can't?
Nope, not allowed to take control.
All right, I will message the owner, but yeah, what a start. New Zealand Ryan is just pulling away from these guys.
Oh, look at Alan Hugo, by the way. Sorry to interrupt you right there. Alan Hugo going around the outside of Mean Fern. Good move right there to enter sector 3 for Alan Hugo. That was a good power move around the outside of Mean Fern right there. And look at Boss Cookie, by the way, shaping up there in 8th place. Didn't maybe have the greatest start, lost a couple positions, but he is looking scrappy here early. He is on those hard compound tires, so strategy will... Oh, man, ERS Newton already has a 3-second time penalty. Not great for him, but I was going to say, this track, I mean, due to the fact that it rained in qualifying, these drivers have all of the choices in the world to them as to what tires they want to start on. It looks like a lot of these guys did put on those white wall hards. Yeah, for sure. And we got Warden looking at a move on Sparky, goes up the inside of his Ferrari, gets up into 9th, and DRS is activated this lap, so this might help someone like ERS Newton try and get around McStalo, get the better exit. ERS Newton again all over the back of McStalo, looks to the outside. He's going to have the outside for this corner. Can he make this move stick? Around the outside is Williams. A little deep there. McStalo. Oh, Warden has left the session.
Oh, man, that's a shame for him. Oh, they make contact, and ERS Newton is through, though. So McStalo is down 4th.
I mean, Ham Newton is the better driver, surely, but I am very thoroughly impressed with McStalo right now, running there in 4th place. This is the best we've seen of him for sure all season long. But I was going to say, Warden had an interesting start there. He had gotten around Sparky on lap 1, I believe. Looks like he lost that position, though, while I was sending the invite back, and Sparky got him back before disconnecting. Look at MasterBezerk and Warden. Actually, no, that's Warden's ghost car right there. MasterBezerk just picks up position right there by default, as is Deer Hunter and some other drivers down the grid. But John, for a street track, we're seeing some great action right now.
Yeah, definitely. Our guy, Tiametmarduk, had a terrible time on the first lap. He went deep into the corner and had to maneuver his way out, so he lost a lot of time. So he's down in 17th. And SHZa Vivid the other rookie, is also in 16th, so he's had a dismal to start. They're both on the hard cup out of the tires, but yeah, as we look to the field, DRC Jared and BSR Dralix kind of going at it. There's a train forming in front of them with the two McLarens and the Haas of Mean Fern. Boss Cookie looks to go make a move on Mean Fern. Down the inside he goes. Boss Cookie up to 7th.
Yeah, there he goes.
Very good out of him.
I was just about to say, look at New Zealand Ryan, 3.9 seconds ahead of Chandler SHZa already, just starting lap 4. Looks like he's on for another powerful performance right here. But gotta look at BRL Sparky right here, all over Mean Fern, coming onto the back straightaway. DRS is open. Let's see if he's able to get alongside here, though. Mean Fern goes a bit defensive, but no, backs out, goes to the right. Sparky outbreaks himself right there. Mean Fern will be able to cross him back, but it switches to the inside for Sparky. Looks like he will take that position, but that might be a bit, might be something they look at, though, because Sparky went way off the racetrack to complete that move.
Yeah, I was watching B-Dunk overtake Max Stalo for 4th, so B-Dunk is now finds himself in the 4th in that Alfa Romeo. But
Boss Cookie goes very wide right there. Boss Cookie went very wide there, going over across the bridge right there. That allowed his teammate Sparky to close in big time. See if he puts the pressure on here come the end of lap 4. Looks like it is stretching out a little bit up front between the leaders, but the racing in the midfield does appear to be continuing right now. I mean, not too sure if anyone's going to be able to make a move this time around. Looks like the gaps are about 5 tenths between each of them. But fun to look at Tiametmarduk's progress here, because he spun out on the first lap. Looks like he tried to make a move up the inside of SHZa Vivid, the Red Bull. Didn't really see it, but he did get sent round, and he's got a lot of work to do, John.
Yeah, he does. I hope he comes to the field and gets a break here at the end, but Alan Hugo is looking to make a move on Max Stalo for 5th as I'm watching this battle right now start to brew. Max Stalo kind of losing places as he's not in the wet anymore. And there's almost like 2 packs forming, Danny. You got second through 6th, and then everybody on back. But New Zealand Ryan has already checked out to a 5-second lead. It's similar
5
to
seconds, like insane.
That's insane. Similar to the earlier race, Danny. When I commentated Tier 2, Saxman had about an 8-second lead after lap 5. So if you are the leader, you check out if you have the pace. So
yeah, well, we ride on board with Alan Hugo right here, all over the back end of Max Stalo. Ooh, loses the back end a little bit right there, but holds on. I was going to say, Max Stalo, he looked like he was going to get overtaken by Alan that time around down the back straightaway, but Max Stalo does have the DRS range on B-Dunk, because B-Dunk does not appear to be firing off here very well in the first stint right now. He actually runs wide there through the hairpin, setting up Max Stalo for a run down the other back straight right here. But either way, Max Stalo really making it difficult for Alan Hugo, and also at the same time trying to make it difficult for B-Dunk. Oh, loses the back end there, though, the Max Stalo. Here comes Alan Hugo side by side through sector 3. You don't usually see that. But here he is. Oh, looks like they're crossing all over each other. Alan Hugo performs about 3 switchbacks right there, but none of them paid off, and Max Stalo will hold on to 5th for now.
And Danny, a developing story. The 2 Williams are back-to-back. Chandler SHZa on those hards and Ham Newton on those mediums. Do you think it's smart for Chandler to let his teammate by since they are on a
absolutely. I mean, I would let the faster guy go right now. Ham Newton does appear to be a bit quicker at the moment. Here comes Hugo now next hill into turn 1. Sorry to switch the story up a little bit, but is not able to get alongside. Got a yellow flag in sector 3, and I believe it is BSR Dralix. Yes, it is. He has lost his entire front wing. That's awful for him. He was 3rd of the points coming in, and he will not be able to get back up to 2nd.
Oh, and it's a safety car. There's a safety car.
Yes, it is. That's actually going to help him out big time.
And this is going to help out my boy Tiametmarduk down in 16th get back into the action here.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. So look at that. That's really going to help out Dralix and Tiametmarduk. Dralix, I believe, is the one that triggered that safety car. Lost a lot of time and damage right there, but he will be able to recover when they all group back up. And as you said it, yes, Tiametmarduk, after the dismal start, will be caught back up. We'll be able to line him back up and go. But Ryan is not going to be happy with that safety car. That 6-second gap that he had is going to be cut down to 0.
Yeah, I was just about to say, I mean, Ryan has to be fuming right now. 6 seconds. And Chandler and ERS Ham Newton, very good drivers. They're going to be knocking on the door at this restart.
Yeah, what was I going to say? This is also huge for Warden. He disconnected, I believe, twice there. Looks like he is rejoining again right now. This is going to allow him to regather and get back up there where he belongs. but he's going to have a lot of work to do down there in 17th place, at least for now, to try and move his way through the grid. And once again, I believe my ghost car is going to actually be a little troublesome here. Hoopalicious and Caspita are going to have to restart behind it. So,
Dan the Lad.
Sorry again about that. Yeah.
Dan the Lad coming through the field, and that racing point got to look at him to get up there, down in 18th right now.
Yeah,
right.
I'm surprised actually Ryan didn't pit for hards right here, because I do believe you are able to go to the end.
And now
hards very early.
B-Dunk is in the pits, so B-Dunk and ERS.
Yeah, here he comes.
Look,
I'd be very, very interested to see if B-Dunk puts on those white wall hards right now, because as I just alluded to a second ago, I do believe it is possible to go to the end on those tires.
All three of them
they are
it.
hard compound tires.
Yep, all three of them.
All three of them, wow. Yeah,
that's
so
very
this will really shake it up, because New Zealand Ryan is going to have to build a major gap here on the restart. He's going to want at least 25 seconds, I would say, to be able to pit and come out ahead of these drivers who are putting on these hards right now, but I don't know if that's really doable.
And our guy, Tiametmarduk, is actually going into the pits after starting on the hards and throwing on the mediums, so he looks to find some more pay, medium compound tires, to try and get through the field.
It looks like I'm up to 11th place.
Yeah, you are up to 11th place. So Dan the Lad has had a tremendous start from the back of the grid.
Yeah, I've had a better start than some of the real drivers. Look at that.
I mean, I'm just surprised Bosco got a better start than you. I mean, this man is becoming a meme in the Breakout Racing League, but he's up to 5th right now, contending here at Singapore.
Yeah,
so
once again, if that is an actual problem, Maverick, if you are listening, you probably are. I apologize. Not too sure why it won't let me take control and retire. It's a bit strange, but yeah, I mean, it shouldn't be too much of an issue, thankfully, to the ghosting system implemented by Codemasters. So these guys will be able to just phase right through it on the restart. Won't be any issue at all. And what is it? I'm just thinking about New Zealand Ryan and these guys up at the front. I think it's a curse that Chandler started on those hards, because this really takes away that potential for him to pit right here and go to the end from the pit lap on here on 7, because, I mean, if he puts on mediums, there's no way he's going to be able to go to the end. Meanwhile, these other drivers that start on the mediums, they can put on those hards and really try and stretch it.
Yeah, I don't know. These tires are so hard to keep from overheating. I mean, and your ghost car is now re-overtaken B-Dunk, so your ghost car's up to 11th. But, no, I mean, like I was saying earlier, these tires are just so hard to keep down in temperature. These guys on the hards, I don't know. If they go to the end of the race, they'll be sliding all over the place, and maybe these guys doing a later stop.
Here's what you gotta take into consideration, though. This is a street circuit, very similar to Monaco, and that it is very hard to get an overtaking move done. You have to be really close following through some of these corners, mainly that DRS straight down the front and the back. Very hard to hold it in the dirty air of those corners approaching those straightaways, due to the fact that they are really high-speed corners. So I'd be interested to see if the strategy here really pays off for these guys throwing on the hards, because, look, track position is very important.
Yeah, it really is, but I'm interested to see. ERS Ham Newton is the first one on those new tires, followed by B-Dunk in 12th. What can they do as of the restart? And also, Mech Stalo is now up to 3rd after B-Dunk and Ham Newton pit, so I'm not sure if he can stay up with these guys. So I hope he can. And this should make for some good racing at the restart, Danny.
Yeah, well, this is a nice little break right here, a breather for these drivers and for us as well. You know how stressful it is to race around this racetrack for them, and this is F1's longest night. So this will be the longest race we commentate this season. So, John, are you ready for the rest of this thing?
I really am. I'm excited, and our boy Warren has joined back, so hopefully he can take control of his car.
That's like the 3rd time he's rejoined. I don't know if he's going to be able to get back in there. It's been interesting as what's been happening with him. Unfortunate for sure.
I hope so, because he
is
a
warming up the
great
tires
driver.
a bit. I believe we might see the safety car come in this time. I believe it is the 3rd lap under yellow. I mean, these guys are probably going to want to get back to racing here soon enough, especially those guys down in the back. They want as much time as they can to try and carve their way up through the grid right now. Safety car has not been called in yet. It might be coming soon here, though. Not entirely sure. And yes, there it is. Safety car is in the pits right now. So Ryan's going to have to stamp the brakes right here and slow everyone down to let that safety car have enough time to get into the pit lane. A bit late they made that call, if you ask me. But yes, here they are going at 2 miles an hour coming up to the final corner. When are they going to go? New Zealand Ryan really holding them up. Orden out again, as I expected. And yes, here comes Ryan. Stamps on the gas, and we are back to green here in Singapore. God. Looks like not a great restart for SHZa. Max putting him under pressure. ERS Ham Newton with a 5-second penalty with a collision with MasterBezerk. Didn't see what happened, John. Maybe you saw it. But SHZa really under fire here from SHZa on those harder tires. And Chandler loses the back end. SHZa goes around him, and here comes Alan Hugo to the outside. Alan's going to try and go around the outside, and Chandler shoves him in the wall. Very dirty by SHZa, and I believe that even caused some damage for him. Oh man, that was not great. But this has really caused craziness here as Boss Cookie's up into third, and we have DRC Jared moving up into fifth as well.
Wow. I mean, what a restart. I mean, SHZa, that's some terrible driving out of him. The BRL is going to review that. I'm shocked about that. I mean, that's I don't like that at all. But DRC Jared looks to make a move on Chandler now, but back in the field, Boss Cookie actually got a 3-second time penalty back on the restart. But yeah, it looks to be kind of controlled. Big train going on. Your Ghost is in the way. And yeah.
It better just be phasing though. Like if they better be able to phase
and
through.
Tiametmarduk has just passed Your Ghost along with Morton's Ghost. He's up to 12th, so he's making his way through this field.
Look at that. Yeah, you said it. Tiametmarduk up at a 12th place after starting in 19th. So good stuff for him right now, especially after the spin on lap 1. Good to see him recovering a bit here on his debut.
From Jared. Will Jared make a move through the tunnel? No, he won't, but Chandler.
Yeah, I believe Chandler might have a little bit of damage. I don't see any, but he might have a little bit. He popped the wall a good bit when he shoved Alan Hugo into it.
Yeah, he does not have a left end plate.
So we'll see if that holds him up.
And,
he doesn't. Yes, you said it. He loses a ton of time right there. Jared is going to be able to get an easy overtake done here if you ask me, but no, looks like he backs out of it. Chandler went very slow through that final corner. Really good opportunity for Jared, but he does not take it. Oh, geez, Jared ghosts there for a second. Possibly a connection issue for right there. But it looks like he will be able to try and get the move done on Chandler. Chandler is understeered big time coming through a lot of these high-speed corners, and here they are going down the back straightaway. What's it going to be for Jared? Can he get the move done? Here comes Jared looking to the right side of Chandler. Chandler squeezes him again. Chandler really squeezing these guys out here tonight, but Jared comes back and gets him done in the braking zone down the inside there. So good move from Jared. Not too sure what Chandler's doing right now. A bit panic mode right now due to the fact that he lost that end plate. But look at that. B-Dunk poking up the inside. I mean, Fern a little bit there through a corner that you don't see a lot of overtaking.
Oh, and
MasterBezerk up into 9th place, and Sparky all over him.
Over to the left. Can he make this work?
Look at Tiametmarduk. Oh, Tiametmarduk goes very wide right there as in front of them craziness is ensuing between Mean Fern and B-Dunk. MasterBezerk goes on the inside of Mean. Oh, yes, Mean Fern really under pressure from MasterBezerk. MasterBezerk shoves him out a little bit right there through the hairpin, and here is Tiametmarduk now in 10th place. Can he make it 3 wide, possibly moving himself up into 8th? But no, he thinks wiser of it, lets off a little bit and lets them go. Gonna have a switchback here, though. He might have 2 positions. It is 3 wide momentarily, but it phases out rather quickly. Tiametmarduk, though, sending it, and he is up in 8th place. Excellent racecraft there from Tiametmarduk.
Wow, that was some good stuff from Tiametmarduk. But earlier I was going to mention he turned through a nasty block on B-Dunk going down the straightaway. They almost collided, and it was almost a big wreck. But good thing those guys got it sorted out. But the 2 Williams are off the pace, and SHZa is actually in 2nd now, and is somewhat close to New Zealand Ryan. So SHZa, congratulations to him so far. I mean, he's been the driver of the day.
Yeah, well, I gotta say, Tiametmarduk, that was an excellent move that he made right there. Not an overtaking part of the track at all, and he got it done.
Overtake on Chandler. Sorry, Danny, but
yes, you said it. Yeah, it looks like he's just gonna let him go here. A bit of his sportsmanship right there between teammates. Did not make sense for Chandler to hold up Ham Newton at all right there, to the fact that he has that damage. And Chandler has looked a bit slow here tonight, not gonna lie. And that first stint, Ham Newton was really holding on to him, and he was not making any gains on Ryan whatsoever. So we'll see what happens with Chandler's race as it continues. He's going to be limping to the pits by the end of this first stint.
Another developing story. Tiametmarduk is coming on Bedunk almost. I mean, it's down to 7, 9, 8 tenths, and he is coming quick as SHZa holds up Bedunk a big amount there. I don't know how to speak tonight, but yeah, a battle is brewing.
Oh, we got a yellow flag sector 2. Is that Alan Hugo? I believe something has happened to Alan Hugo. Yes, looks like he lost a position to Caspita. I believe he might have spun out. Not too sure.
But Danny,
but Alan Hugo, yeah, I mean, after the contact with SHZa, he is all the way in the back right there. Very unlucky for him once again. The two Mercedes have had poor luck here tonight, but Drowlick's making the best of it thanks to the safety car. But yes, you said it. Huge train right now. I believe it is Mean Fern leading it, and yes, it is. Really holding up MasterBezerk and all the drivers on back. Be ready to see some overtakes here as they come around the final.
And here comes Bedunk.
Things are going to be very exciting here as Bedunk gets around SHZa. But yes, here they are down the front straightaway. Wings open for a lot of these drivers right now. Rear wing, that is. Oh, look at MasterBezerk looking up the inside of Mean Fern. Isn't able to get alongside, though. Has to back out a little bit. Mean Fern doing a good job at defending here. But how much longer can he hold on to this position? Here they are coming out to the much longer DRS straight. Here they are, and look behind them. You have VRL Sparky shaping up a move on Drowlix. Gets a poor exit, though. Drowlix is going to try and make a shot at MasterBezerk as Bezerk looks at Mean Fern. Goes to the outside and contact. Damage for MasterBezerk, and Mean Fern runs wide. I believe that has to go the blame of Mean Fern. He broke way too late right there. Got him to the right side of MasterBezerk in the racing point. Damaged his front wing.
Danny, Tiametmarduk just made a move on SHZa for 7, but he went a little too deep and has lost his left end plate. So Tiametmarduk does have wing damage now in 7th position.
Oh,
so
no, that's
a shame for him.
I mean, I do believe he is going to be pitting again, though. He is on the mediums, so he's not out of it just yet. Once they get that thing fixed in the pit lane, he'll be able to push hard once again in the second stint.
And also, Boss Cookie has had a little bit of a moment while you were with Mean Fern down there in 10th or 11th, and Boss Cookie just fell two spots. DRC Jared got around him, and ERS Ham Newton.
Yeah, well, MasterBezerk there settled down in 13th place. He's going to be a bit unhappy with Mean Fern. Mean Fern really left that outside open. MasterBezerk took it. Mean Fern seemed to come back over, and he outbroke himself to add on to it, and that caused wing damage for the racing points. He's not going to be happy with that. But got to look at SHZa Vivid now, shaping up a move on Sparky down the front straightaway. Sparky throws a bit of a late block there. Not too sure he's going to be too happy with that. Oh, Tiametmarduk picks up a 3-second time penalty only on lap 13. That's not great for him. But looking back at the battling here, Mean Fern really holding these guys up. Sparky all over him, and SHZa Vivid all over Sparky. But once again, Sparky might have something to answer for with those late blocks. Here they are, though, now on the back straightaway. DRS is open for Sparky. Let's see if he can't get around Mean Fern right there, sucking up in that DRS and slipstream. Oh, looks to the right side. Same move that Bezerk went for him a lap ago. Less unlucky is Sparky there, though. That would have been terrible. Mean Fern did the same thing to him as he did to Bezerk. But looks like he's going to have to wait another lap.
And Bedunk is now finds himself right on the back of Boss Cookie, who seems to be struggling on those hard compound tires. Bedunk has half the amount of wear on his tires, but Ryan is just checked out, Danny. I mean, Ryan is really checked out. 5 seconds
and by the way, second place is still SHZa. I am so impressed.
I am too.
Hugely
I mean, this must be his favorite racetrack or something, but he is really running good here today.
Yeah, I mean, what is it? He ran solidly well at Monaco in his debut early in the season. Maybe it's just something about these street tracks. So, what happened?
Bedunk, I think, contacted the wall. His wing seems fine, though. I was riding along with him, and there was contact on the wall. I wasn't paying attention, so. But yeah, Bedunk looks to be okay, and he continues to chase after Boss Cookie, and SHZa pits.
All right, well, here we are now. Coming on to lap 14, as you said, Ryan is still your leader. SHZa in the pits, as you said. This race starting to take its shape right here. The pit stop sequence are starting to happen, and this will be fun to watch cycle out due to the fact that some of those drivers, as we called it earlier, pitted for hard, so we'll see them stay out here while a lot of the drivers who did not pit under yellow will be coming in shortly, as SHZa just did.
Drolix makes a move
yeah,
on
well, that
SHZa
wasn't all that
7th.
much work, though. SHZa is just limping it right now.
And SHZa Vivid is making a move on Mean Fern up the inside. Can he make his Red Bull stick around there? Sliding.
Oh, right, shoves him out a bit wide here. Mean Fern is going to try to take advantage.
Look at,
oh, it was BR Sparky. I mean, look at him going around the outside of Mean Fern. Switches to the inside for the next corner. Excellent move there by the McLaren of Sparky. That was good stuff from him. But look at SHZa Vivid, by the way. He really shoved out Mean Fern, and that opened up the door for Sparky to take advantage.
Yes, it did. I mean, Mean Fern is losing position after position, and Alan Hugo goes fastest with a 1:37.0, so great time out of him.
Oh no, SHZa Vivid pops the wall coming out of the hairpin, and he has lost his right end plate on the front wing. He's going to be limping it now as Sparky has no damage, I believe, behind him. Sparky's going to be laying the pressure down very shortly indeed, and this train might even start building here because there are a good few cars behind that Red Bull.
Yeah, for sure. I'm watching B-Dunk still harass Boskookie here. Coming out of the last couple of corners. Gains a little bit out of there, but too far to make a move. Hopefully you can get this DRS and make a move soon because it looks like Boskookie is holding him up in that McLaren.
Yeah, I'm not too sure. I don't think the Boskookie has damage. Does he or does he not?
I don't think he does. But
yeah, I don't think he... Oh, he locks up there, though. That's going to set up B-Dunk. Here they are going down the DRS straight. This is going to be easy for B-Dunk. DRS is open. He switches to the right side. Side by side for fourth as they go down the back straightaway. Harder on the brakes will be the Alfa Romeo of B-Dunk, and he is up into fourth place. Good textbook move, and good to take advantage of a mistake there by Boskookie.
Oh, and Tiametmarduk locks up. Oh
no.
Almost hits the wall.
I saw that there in the background.
Close.
That was very close to the wall, but
God.
good racing by him there to ease up on the brake and hold on to it there. That could have really shafted his race if he hit that wall and broke that wing. But look at Dralix behind him. He's going to be putting on the pressure here soon because, as you said, Tiametmarduk does have damage. So Dralix is really going to be putting the fire on here, John.
Yeah, I mean, here comes Dralix in that Mercedes. Very good driver. We've seen it all year. He's very quick. So let's see what he can do here. But I just want to mention that NZL Ryan is on another level today here at Singapore.
Oh yeah, 4.9 seconds ahead of Jared, his teammate, and that's just, oh man. Well, Jared, I mean, Ryan still does have to pit here though, and if he pits, he will be behind some of those drivers, I believe, who pitted onto the hards during the safety car, as I mentioned a lap or two ago. So things will really start to cycle out here and make the strategy quite interesting. Here he is in the pits, is the race leader and championship leader, NZL Ryan.
Oh,
going to put on those hard compound tires as expected.
Oh my God,
Oh,
Dralix.
yes, he does.
Dralix was halfway.
Yeah, good job by Dralix to hold on to it.
He was half sideways. I can't believe he held on to that. So great save out of Dralix, and B-Dunk did get by Boskookie, and he's now a second in front of Boskookie. So B-Dunk checking out.
I think Tiametmarduk's in trouble here, though, man. Here comes Dralix. DRS is open, and he has the slipstream, and yeah, he's just going to look to the right side and fly past Ben before they even get to the braking zone. Good classic move there by Dralix. Very easy to get it done with the DRS open, and he is up into fifth place. So, I mean, of the comeback drives so far, I think Dralix has to have the best.
Oh yeah, for sure. Let me take a look at give me a minute here. I'm going to take a look at this. Yeah, I mean, Dralix is up 7 positions. Tiametmarduk is your biggest gainer so far. He's up 13 positions. And DRC Jared is down. The lead is up 10 positions. So a lot of these drivers are coming through the field. One person that is on the short end of the stick, and so far the worst driver of the day is Alan Hugo. He's down 13 spots. So hopefully he can get his race back under control. But
And John, just got to say real quick, Hoopalicious and Deer Hunter are going at it right in front of your provisional leader, NZL Ryan. Not good for Ryan's chances of holding on to the lead as Deer Hunter sticks it up the inside again on Hoopalicious, diving into the first corner of Sector 3. But he will not get the better traction on exit due to the fact that Hoopalicious had that better rotation. He will hold on to 11th place. And John, I think an overcut is in the books here, because if Ryan really gets held up big time by these midfield runners, then that's going to open the door for Jared, or possibly even Ham Newton, to overcut him and take the lead.
Well, Danny, we're seeing that same thing with Max Stalo. He's behind MasterBezerker and Taylor Clan, who are battling, and Max Stalo is nowhere near NZL Ryan. So an overcut is definitely the strategy that you want to pull here at today's Grand Prix. And Chandler pits, so
Oh, look at Taylor Clan, though. Sorry to interrupt you. Taylor Clan making a move down the inside of MasterBezerk into turn 1. Good move by Taylor Clan. Hey, he was my one to watch, and that was something to watch right there. Good move by the Ferrari.
Yeah, I mean, I have to say, I love that gamer tag on MasterBezerker. All I can think about is Berserker, that song from Eminem on his album. I forget what album it was, but it was really good. But Deer Hunter's looking to make a move on
Deer Hunter taking a look at Hoopalicious.
Yeah,
at the same time, New Zealand Ryan looked to the outside of Deer Hunter, and no one is able to get a move done there. That was interesting. Everyone looked for a move, and no one got it. But this is really holding up New Zealand Ryan. He's going to be losing seconds of time behind these drivers.
And this is going to open the door for someone like B-Dunk or Ham Newton or Jared. And Ham Newton is all over the back of Jared for the lead, actually, Danny. I haven't noticed that, but the gap is 4/10.
Yeah, and actually, you say open the door for B-Dunk. Don't forget, B-Dunk pitted for those hards under the safety car, so I believe he is still going to the end right now.
Yeah, and Ham Newton. So these drivers that pit under the safety car, they're looking real good.
Yeah, you got to think about it. It's not much racing left to go for those tires. It's only 14
New Zealand
laps
Ryan
to go,
a 3-second time penalty, so that's going to kill him even more while he's behind these drivers. Fern is holding them up.
Listen, Ryan has not had many flaws this season, but one of the things about him is he takes too many penalties. We saw it a week ago, really cost him at Italy when he won on track.
Ham with a 3-second time penalty, so
yeah,
that's
Ham
gonna
as
kill
well.
him as well.
Yeah, but I was going to say that really is going to hurt Ryan if he is back up to the lead at the end of the race and if he has lost enough time to allow people to get into that window. But look at Ham Newton, big slide going on to the DRS straight right there. Will really kill his momentum, and he will not be able to take a run here at Jared into Sector 2.
Yeah, and Ham Newton looks real racy on Jared right now. And we'd like to say hello to all the 36 viewers out there from the Breakout Racing League.
Great crowd.
This is the best league in America. We're happy to be joined by some of the best people from YouTube as well tonight. So,
yeah, as best turnout we've seen so far. So once again, thank you for tuning in. And John, why don't you advertise real quick?
All right. So here at the Breakout Racing League, we do have some merch. All right. So the merch consists of sweatshirts, T-shirts, a mouse pad, which is really great. You're stuck at home, you need a mouse pad. You know, everybody needs one. As well as a phone case. I love the BRL. Love the BRL stuff. It's got Breakout Racing League on it. It's got the brand on it. Some very good merch there. Also, we are sponsored by GT Racing Gaming Chairs. I was on the website the other day. Very good quality racing chairs or gaming chairs. You should go pick yourself up one. We're also sponsored by Rogue Energy. Rogue Energy is probably better than Red Bull. I hate to say it, but I have to say it because it is a sponsor of ours. I drink Red Bull all the time, but you gotta try this Rogue Energy. I haven't tried it. I want them to send me a case, but hey, Rogue Energy sponsors BRL. Game Grind Coffee is also the final sponsor of BRL. You know, if you're up at 1 in the morning trying to grind out some League of Legends or some F1, you know, you gotta get that Game Grind Coffee, you know.
All right, well, now that we've gotten that out of the way, I was going to say some battles are really shaping up right here. Mextalo and Deer Hunter. Mextalo took a shot at him coming to the end of Sector 2 and the Sector 3 split. Was not able to get alongside, though. Mextalo is going to have to wait a little bit right here to probably get a move done here down the DRS straight behind that Red Bull. I don't know if he had a good run there, though. As actually in front of them, looks like New Zealand Ryan is going to get around Hoopalicious. Yes, he does. That is very crucial for New Zealand Ryan's race. He needs to get on with it right here and try and catch up to those drivers who pitted under safety car early on. So he's going to have to charge right here now that he is around the Alfa Romeo. Look at SHZa Vivid there in 5th. I don't think he has pitted yet. He's still out there in 5th on those yellow wall mediums. In front of him, Sparky is on the hards. John, correct me if I'm wrong, but I do believe Sparky pitted under safety car for those hards.
Yes, he did. He is on 12 laps of the hard, so Sparky finds himself in 4th. And ERS Ham Newton is still harassing Jared up in the lead. Jared has yet to pit. He is waiting for he's going to wait for that massive overcut. Hopefully it works out for him, or he might find himself down in the field.
No, I think he's got to pit right here, though, because Ryan has cleared the drivers that were really holding him up a lap ago. I mean, actually, if Jared holds on to it a little bit longer, Ryan will catch up to Vivid as well as Sparky, which could potentially be a moving chicane for him. So let's see what Jared does here. I wouldn't be too shocked if he pits this time, but no, he's already well past the pit entry.
And SHZa Vivid
is still all over him.
SHZa Vivid comes into the pits for some reason. Maybe he has wing damage, but 12 laps.
No, he's on mediums.
Oh yes, you're right. And Tiametmarduk is also pitted, and he finds himself down at 14.
Yeah, well, it'll be interesting to see where he cycles back out here. Tiametmarduk will be getting a new front wing here, so that'll help him out in his hopes of passing some drivers here in the second half of the race. But here is Ham Newton all over Jared. Ham actually goes a bit wide there the moment I say it. But Ham has not let Jared breathe here. I mean, he's on much fresher tires. There's 6 laps. I mean, 6 laps doesn't sound like too much, but here at Singapore, that is a lot of wear and tear on these tires. And that is really helping out Ham Newton right here. He's all over the back end of that Renault, and Jared is going to have to pit here soon because Ryan is coming.
Yeah, for sure. And, I mean, who did I pick to win the race, Danny? I just want to, I want to lay that on you.
Newton.
Who did I win?
He is in position right now.
Who did I pick to win, Danny?
Yeah, Ham Newton, I said it.
Exactly. My pick is always the best pick. So Ham Newton and his Williams is now, when everything cycles through, will be your leader with, I don't know, maybe 11 to go. I think Jared's going to come in this time.
Yeah, look at Taylor Clan, by the way, my one to watch. Look at him there quietly in 9th place. Solid run for him right there.
Jared's going to stay out.
It was a bit strange. I could have sworn I just saw an end plate fly up in the air, but no one made any contact with the wall. It was a bit odd, but yes, you say it. Jared is staying out.
Yeah, Danny.
And look at Boss Cookie. Oh, Boss Cookie on Taylor Clan. Yep, was able to get around him easily right there. Boss Cookie did just pit a lap ago for those fresh mediums, and he was able to make quick work of the Ferrari there. So what were you trying to tell me, John?
I was trying to tell you that first through 9th, or maybe even 10th, they're social distancing. Again, we recommend social distancing. Stay 6 feet apart from each other as this pandemic rolls on in America and other places around the world. We wish everybody a safe and healthy coming of weeks. So back up to the action,
Oh, and
Danny.
Max Stalo picks up a time penalty. He's had such a great night so far. That might be the first thing that slows it up a little bit right here. I don't think he had any penalties before that.
With a 3-second time penalty as well, Danny.
Yeah. Berserk has not had a great race.
No, he's not.
He just
really
has. I mean, he's shown the potential. We know how quick he is. He has that potential, but he really got messed up with that contact from Mean Fern in the braking zone. Mean Fern will have to own up to that later, I believe. But Berserk, every time he has a chance to get something done, seems like he just gets punched in the nose.
Yeah, I feel like Daniel Stevens has had the worst race though. He's down in 20th. I mean, he's so off the pace. But as we get back up to the action here, DRC Jared is still out in front of VRS Ham Newton. Jared has yet to pit. He's on 20 laps with those hard compound tires, so hopefully he pits soon.
Oh, and look at Alan Hugo and MasterBezerk right here, having a little bit of a fun battle here for 16th place. Alan Hugo gets around Bezerk, and Bezerk tried to stick it up the inside there mid-sector 2. Don't usually see any overtaking through there, and looks like he took a shot. But this will be fun to watch because these two really don't have anything to race for, so we might even see them wreck each other out of this race. They might race so hard, but we'll see what happens for sure as the race continues. Caspita pits now. He is essentially dead last now in 20th. Fortunate for him. Just not the greatest night for Caspita. We know he is a solid midfield runner, so hopefully he can get things settled next week. I believe it is Japan next time out. Correct me if I'm wrong, John, but
no, you are definitely wrong. We are going to Vladimir Putin's village of Russia.
Hell yeah.
But, yeah, of course, you know.
Oh, yellow flag sector 1. Hold on. Not too sure what that's all about.
Yeah, no, I'm not sure. I didn't see anything, Danny. So New Zealand Ryan gets by BRL Sparky down the straightaway. So New Zealand Ryan is now up to 4th. And this is just going to kill DRC Jared. So I think Jared is really out there hoping for some sort of safety car or virtual safety car that can help him get back up there after he pits.
And as something that we need to mention, by the way, Ham Newton and B-Dunk, when you put them together, they are about, 19 seconds ahead of Ryan? I mean, what is it? Yeah. Ryan is 13 seconds behind B-Dunk, and B-Dunk is 6 seconds behind Ham Newton. So right now, I do believe Ham Newton will win this race if he's able to manage those tires to the end. I just don't think that's a small enough gap for Ryan to cut down and make some overtakes done on top of it.
Well, we've said that before, and he's proved us wrong. So hopefully these viewers at home,
wrong week in, week out, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does, usually, always. So hopefully these viewers stay on and watch this exciting end of the race here. But Jared is still out there.
Are going at it right here. Drax gets around the Red Bull of Deer Hunter mid-sector. That's a bit, oh yeah, it looks like he was able to get that done. Some good stuff from Drax. And what's going on there, John?
There's a big train between 6th through 8th right now. Hooplicious is holding up Mex Stalo and Boss Cookie, who are eager to get around. And Boss Cookie hits the wall there, and it's McLaren, so hopefully he didn't lose any front wing, but Hooplicious is really struggling.
Does not appear that he lost any wing there, but now he is on the front straightaway. Oh man, look who Hooplicious throws a block there on Mex Stalo, and that really stalls up their momentum, allows Boss Cookie to get a little bit closer. He looks down the inside of Mex Stalo. That was a bit egregious, but he makes the move. That was actually pretty solid there from Boss Cookie to take that peak. No contact, I don't believe. He's going to cross over Mex Stalo here onto the back straightaway, though. Good crossover. Excellent move there by Boss Cookie. And this is going to set him up for a run now on Hooplicious. Looks to the left side, side by side. Here they are in the braking zone. Who's going to brake harder? And it is Boss Cookie. Hooplicious doesn't go down without a fight, though, but it was McLaren promoting himself up into 6th.
Hooplicious almost loses it. Barely saved it. That opened the door for Mex, but Mex couldn't capitalize on it as he got a bad exit. But Mex looking real racing now. Can he make a move on
John,
Hooplicious
I believe something just
this?
happened to SHZa Vivid.
Oh,
Yellow flag just came out, and all of a sudden he lost a couple spots right there. No wing damage, though. It may have just been a graphical thing. I'm not too sure. I mean, it does look like he lost
and Taylor Clan, the way Tiametmarduk just gives him the position. Tiametmarduk shows his gratitude and weaves in front of him. But, Tiametmarduk up to 12th now.
Yeah, I mean, Tiametmarduk, what is he? He's got 7 seconds to haul in on Deer Hunter right here, and he is on much fresher tires than Deer Hunter. So 11th place isn't out of the cards for Tiametmarduk, but I don't think he's going to be too satisfied with 11th. That's the first spot that doesn't pay you any points. So, I mean, let's see what he can do, though. If he can maybe catch some of those guys up ahead, because there should be a big train forming in that midfield when those early pitters really start to wear out.
Yeah, Danny, that's the first loser. If you ain't first, you're last, you know?
Oh, man. Well, Deer Hunter is the kind of in no man's land right now in 11th place. He's certainly not going to be catching SHZa on those tires. And, I mean, what is it? He's going to be definitely caught here by Tiametmarduk before the race ends. And Hooplicious has gone around. He has spun. No. And as I say that, Tiametmarduk, the points are in the cards now.
For sure. I mean, I want him to see.
That's going to be huge for him.
I want to see some points in his debut. I think everybody does at home. But, Danny, I have to say, DRC Jared is still out there on those hard compound tires. He's 23 laps worth. I mean, this man is a beast. He's just going. He's got his head down, and he's keeping New Zealand Ryan at bay. As we see Tiametmarduk
a little bit too far down right there. Just a time.
But Jared's still out there. Hards to softs.
Yeah, I don't know. Actually, yeah, you say that. He might be able to throw on those red wall tires. We haven't seen them here tonight. Actually, as I say that, Bezerk has put them on. I think he's just going to go for some fun right there to smash down some fast lap times. But, John, as you were talking about that situation right there was a good little scrap between Drowlix, Chandler, and Stalo. They all kind of had a little bit of a look at each other, and it shuffled Drowlix around Mex, and Chandler got around Mex as well, around the outside, sector 2. So good move there from Chandler, as we normally see out of him. Once again, it's not the greatest night for him. Yellow flag is out at sector 1. I don't believe anything has happened, though. No one is losing positions. Yeah, a bit strange, but either way, gotta look back up here. Jared is still holding up Ham, but Ham, I believe, will be able to get a look here.
Yeah, he's got
Ham Newton looking to the right side, left side, instead, side by side for the lead. Oh, but Jared does not give him too much room there on the inside. Makes Ham Newton eat the curve, and that stalls all of his momentum on exit.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that was some close, tight racing there between the two leaders. But Jared, I just applaud him for staying out there that long on those 24-lap hard compound tires.
What's happened with Hooplicious?
I am not sure.
Looks like something happened. He has been passed by Tiametmarduk. Tiametmarduk is up into 11th place right there, and SHZa Vivid, as you said, yes, 3-second time penalty for him. But yeah, I mean, Jared is doing a really good job at annoying Ham Newton right now. I'm surprised, though, that B-Dunk hasn't been able to haul in these two drivers. I just don't think B-Dunk has the sheer pace here tonight.
No, but, you know, he hasn't been on the podium, and every time he's on the podium, he gets taken away. So B-Dunk, he could be on for his first podium here at Singapore in BRL. But someone to watch right now is Boss Cookie, coming up on his teammate. And Chandler Sada's right all over the back of VSR Drowlix for 7 as well. So those are two battles that are brewing. Yeah,
you said it. But yes, Boss Cookie once again is on those medium fresh tires. as
Ham
opposed to
Newton
his
with a penalty.
teammate on those 18-lap old hards. He's not going to be able to have much to defend with if he catches up. And John, with the amount of penalties the ERS Ham Newton has taken, I think B-Dunk might actually be a leader right now.
Well,
he's taken a lot.
Yeah, I mean, Jared still has to pit. He's still out there. So B-Dunk doesn't have any penalties.
B-Dunk might win a race.
B-Dunk might win this race, and Jared gets into the wall. Oh, man. Renault has just smacked the wall. That might open the door for Ham Newton to make a move here quite soon, but MasterBezerk is in the pits as
no
well.
Damage, though.
Yeah, no damage, no damage. His back wheel he lost it. So his back left wheel contacted the wall, but he's okay, he's okay.
It'll be 5 laps to go when they hit the line this time around. So that'll when things really start to come into picture right here as to who is going to win this race. And right now, it is looking good for B-Dunk. I do not believe he's picked up penalties, as we said. And now it is Boss Cookie looking down the inside of Sparky, and he gets the move done. Good stuff from for Boss Cookie right there to get around his teammate. And behind them, VSR Dralix, who once again is on a good comeback drive, is going to try and catch up to them, only 2.9 seconds back from those two. And he's also on the medium compound tires, so he might be able to get around Sparky come the end of this race.
Danny, I can't believe DRC Jared is going this long on those hards. I mean, it is so
I mean, they might
difficult
pop
to keep,
soon.
I mean, those, oh, no!
Oh, man.
No!
He did not need that.
That's a shame.
John, can you check the penalty situation?
Yes, I can.
I don't want to be
Jared,
suspense too. I want to know.
I'm trying to see when DRC Jared is going to pit, and he's staying out. So, I don't know what this guy's doing. Out. But, yeah, let me check these penalties real quick, Danny. So, B-Dunk has 1 penalty. ERS Ham Newton, oh my God. Ham Newton has 1 penalty, a 5-second penalty, and another penalty.
Oh.
And another penalty.
B-Dunk is still
And another penalty. So Ham Newton
is still
Ham Newton has got like 15 to 20 seconds worth of penalties on him. So B-Dunk, someone like B-Dunk, New Zealand Ryan, and Boss Cookie could end up on this podium.
And John, I was going to say real quick, New Zealand Ryan does have a 3-second time penalty himself, so B-Dunk does not have anything to worry about on back. I do not believe Ryan will catch up to him. It's 8.7 seconds with only 4 to go, and they hit the line this time by. Once again, Ryan is very fast, but once again, catching up that much and making an overtake here for that few laps is going to be difficult.
Oh my God, he barely saved that. His tires have to be screaming.
Who was
he
that
almost
you said
lost
was
it
a
again.
Dralix?
He almost lost it
Who was
again,
it?
Jared. Jared.
Jared. I mean, yeah, those tires are screaming under the back end of that Renault. I mean, I'm surprised Ham has not been able to pass him, man. I know just how fast Ham Newton is, and he's on much fresher tires. This is just really stalling his race out. And if B-Dunk wins this race, I think he's going to have to send a thank you letter to DRC Jared.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, I can't wait to, I got to interview B-Dunk if he wins this race. That would be crazy. But, yeah, I mean, ERS Ham Newton, 20 between fit and Jared finally coming in the pits. Wow.
Yeah,
26 laps in those hards. That's crazy. But yeah,
Ham Newton inherit now for ERS Ham Newton to try and use that clean air to drive away for B-Dunk. But B-Dunk is going to have to push here. I mean, I'm really hoping for B-Dunk right now.
If
this guy can hold on to it right now, then he'll be the race winner according to the current gap. New Zealand Ryan there, coming through Sector 1 right now.
Getting held up by your ghost, Danny.
So, yeah. Not really. But either way, B-Dunk does still have a massive gap on Ryan. So right now, I think things are looking good, but I will not say it too soon right now.
And Jared has to get through Chandler, Dralix, Sparky, Boss Cookie if he wants that podium. And those are some dangerous drivers that will not let him by. So Jared is not looking good right now.
I was going to say, looking at the midfield, by the way, Chandler SHZa has caught up to Dralix and Sparky, who are battling up front in front of him. Chandler SHZa had a bit of a nightmarish first stint there, contact with he and Hugo, which I do believe will be looked into at the end of the race. But so far, Chandler has put his head down, and he has come back his way through the field right now. 7th place right now, and he might be able to get into 5th by the end of the race.
Yeah, I mean, that gap from 1st to 2nd isn't changing, and actually B-Dunk is gaining maybe a 10th a lap. So B-Dunk looks to be on for a race win unless he...
look at Dralix setting up the inside of BRL Sparky, and that opens the door for DRC Jared to also make an overtake right there on his fresh softs. Don't even know where he
Jared
came from.
again,
Didn't see him on my screen. He's
Goes
going to look around the outside of Sparky,
Oh,
though.
they
Sparky makes
contact.
a little bit of contact. Jared holds on to it, though. Here comes SHZa, though, now on Sparky. And yes, he is up into 7th place. Sparky really lost a good few positions right there. Unfortunate for him. But look at Jared on those softs. He is just making these guys look like nothing right now.
Yeah, I know. He's gonna get by Dralix here soon. Dralix looks to be really struggling compared to Jared. But yeah, Jared, let's see if he can make a move down this front straightaway as they go. He's gonna have a lot more grip.
Absolutely.
Oh,
He's gonna have much better rotation. Oh no.
Woo!
Who was that who crashed? That was Caspita, yeah, right in front of them, but they still go side by side into turn 1. DRC Jared looks around the outside right there, and he will have the better rotation with his better grip on those soft compound tires, and he is around BSR Dralix. That was some good stuff from Jared, but I don't know if it was a legal overtake or not, because the crash and a yellow flag happened right in front of them. Behind them now, looks like SHZa's going to take a look on Dralix. Oh, Dralix goes a block right there. Chandler's going to have to look to the right. Hard on the brakes goes Chandler, but he will not be able to get... Oh, contact, actually. He did get the exit that he needed to take a look into the next corner, but Dralix does get the better rotation around the outside, and he squeezed him out a good bit there, too. So that was a little cheeky by Dralix, if you ask me.
Danny, I need you to turn the map on, the track map on here at the end of the race.
What for?
I was told that you needed to turn the track map on, so.
All right.
Oh, and Tiametmarduk is
look at that.
harassing Deer Hunter. They make contact and Deer Hunter is around.
Oh, no.
And Tiametmarduk is now waiting for Deer Hunter, and come
no.
on, oh my God. What is going on here tonight?
Well, if I'm not mistaken, I believe Tiametmarduk made a bit of a move under Deer Hunter, causing him to spin out, and they had a bit of a Ricardo moment at Baku last season.
Yeah, I mean, good for Tiametmarduk waiting up, but that just caused even more chaos. Mead Fern is now up into 10th, so the two Haas's 9 and 10th. But as we come on to the penultimate lap, DRS Ham Newton leads by 5.5 seconds over B-Dunk. New Zealand Ryan then 5 seconds back from B-Dunk, and then Boss Cookie lies in 4th in his McLaren. And DRC Jared, I'm wondering if DRC Jared can get up to him in these final 2 laps, Denny.
Yeah, well, B-Dunk, it's looking good right now. I think it is late enough to say I think he might win this race. New Zealand Ryan is not going to get there, it does not appear. He's still 4.5 seconds left.
And SHZa Vivid
behind,
with 3 second
with
time penalty.
1 to go when they hit the line. And yeah, SHZa Vivid right there, but gotta look at Ham Newton right now. Can he run a masterful lap right here to try and pull a gap on B-Dunk? I don't think it's going to happen, though. The amount of penalties that he has, B-Dunk might win this race, and I
think B-Dunk is going to win this race.
That's crazy. I think he might.
And I'm going to be, wow.
Yeah, well, I was going to say real quick, Tiametmarduk isn't that far back behind SHZa Vivid and Mean Fern. I mean, if those two start going at it right here, that is going to allow his Toro Rosso to catch back up and possibly make some overtakes right there. But Tiametmarduk, even though it hasn't been the greatest race, it's been fun to watch for sure. Glad to see that he is in this league once again. But gotta look at the front right now. White flag is in the air here at Marina Bay. DRS will take it on track. Who glitches out of the race?
DRC Jared is trying to make a move on Boss Cookie here on the final lap, or at least coming to the final lap. Here we go.
Yeah,
down
I mean,
the
he's
front
going to have him, I think, coming out of the final corner right here. He's going to have much more grip, does Jared.
Oh, yeah.
Open is the DRS. He's going to look to the right side, and they are side by side for 4th. Jared will take it, though, and yes, easy move in the 4th place for Jared. Let's see if Boss Cookie possibly get a run back at him here, because it's a much longer DRS straight coming up right here. Looks like Jared had the good enough exit, though, that he will not be under pressure from that McLaren on the final lap. As for the leaders, though, looks like B-Dunk is putting in a solid first sector right now, still only 5.4 seconds behind. It's okay, no harm, no foul, as Ryan will not be able to pressure him, 3.7 seconds back. This is B-Dunk's race to lose right now. He just needs to keep his head down and put down one clean lap. One clean lap, and he is a first-time winner in the top split this season in Breakout Racing League.
At a track that he hates. And I mean,
is that true?
No, he hates it here.
Wow.
Well,
that would truly be something. They are in the 3rd sector for the final time. Ham Newton leads them through on track, but as we said a couple times now, B-Dunk just needs to hold on to it. Here they are coming through a lot of these chicanes. Really just all chicanes really is his third sector. He's got to negotiate him for the final time. B-Dunk, don't throw it in the wall. Goes easy through this. He's losing a bit of time on Ham. Definitely going easy is he. But got to go back up to Ham here. Out of the final corner he comes. He will win the race on track. Ham Newton is your winner of the Singapore Grand Prix. But will he be the winner overall? Here comes B-Dunk on the final corner. B-Dunk is the winner. He wins at Singapore, the Marina Bay Street Circuit. Excellent race for B-Dunk. Did everything right, and he is a winner. Look at that, and yes, Jared up in the third on the podium. Ham falls off the podium, man. Oh, and he falls. Oh, Dralix actually passes Boss Cookie right there. Boss Cookie with some penalties. Dralix is up in the 5th place. That's good for him. Actually, a very good run for Dralix. He's going to beat SHZa, possibly take back 2nd place in the driver's standings.
I think Tiametmarduk will get this final podium, the points position, to be honest. I mean, SHZa Vivid.
Let's see, out of the final corner they come.
No!
11th place. Ooh. Wow. Well, it isn't points, but he got a hell of a run at it right there, did Tiametmarduk. Once again, great first race for him. I mean, maybe not the cleanest first race for him, but he had some fun out there, making some moves and getting some stuff done. Going from last place to 11th, can't say that's a total failure, John.
No, it really wasn't. I mean, I've seen him play for so many years now. I mean, I hope he gets on the pace in the coming weeks and hopefully challenges those front runners, because it could make for some good content on YouTube. But yeah, congrats to
Taylor
B-Dunk.
Clan has just pounded the wall in the final lap. He's gonna cross the line into the front wing.
Danny, you finished 17th.
I finished 17th. Look at that. I beat MasterBezerk.
Oh my god. Oh.
And I beat Hoopalicious Caspita. How about that? But
what a race, Danny.
Wow, what a race that was. Looks like Hugo is going to be the last one to cross the line. I don't know what he's doing right now. I'm surprised he's even still on a lap right here. Across the line he comes, does Hugo, and looks like he's going to fishtail it across the line. That is going to do it here for racing here tonight. John, why don't you take us through the order after the podium celebrations, but we will see that momentarily. And John, that was a lot more exciting than I thought Singapore was going to be. Let's be brutally honest here.
It really came down to the end. I mean, it was great as B-Dunk stands tall on that podium, that American flag flying. Oh, God bless America. But the two Renaults also get those podiums, so they'll extend their lead in the championship in the constructors. But very diverse grid here, a diverse podium here. But yeah, no, I just
you
feel...
see him throwing the champagne. B-Dunk for his first time at the top of the podium right there, winning it here at Singapore. 2nd place, you got New Zealand Ryan. 3rd place, Jared. And John, why don't you take us through the rest once it loads up right here?
Of course, Danny. It would be my pleasure. All right, so B-Dunk wins, New Zealand Ryan, DRC Jared, 2nd and 3rd, as Danny said. ERS Ham Newton comes home in 4th in his Williams. VSR Dralix in the Mercedes, started 12th on the grid, comes home in 5th. Boss Cookie in the McLaren started 8th, comes home in 6th. SHZa, poor start for him and ends up finishing in 7th in his Williams. BRL Sparky in 8th, kind of consistently there all day. Max Talo started 5th, was running up in 2nd, ends up in 9th. Mean Fern to rounds out your points-paying positions. Tiametmarduk in 11th, good run from him. For him from the back of the grid. Deer Hunter, SHZa Vivid, Taylor Clan, Warden, Alan Hugo, Dan the Lad, MasterBezerker, Hoopalicious, and Caspita V12.
All right, well, it is time for the post-race interviews. And John, don't worry, I will let you take over this first one. Your buddy B-Dunk just won his first race at BRL. You are going to be the one to talk to him. I'll handle New Zealand Ryan as well as Jared. All right, bud?
Of course.
All right, well, I just sent him the invite. Let's see if B-Dunk gets in here. Just sent it to him. I'm going to try and get New Zealand Ryan now as well. Get him to the party as well as Jared.
Wow, what a race. I'm out of breath, to be honest.
Joined. Oh, there he is. All right, so B-Dunk is in the party. Just make sure you got that box checked, and John will take it away for your interview.
B-Dunk. My dearest friend.
I think we should wait for the other boys to come in here. Oh, there they are.
Yeah, well, here they are.
All right. B-Dunk, my dearest friend. You have just won your 2nd race in BRL ever. Your 1st race this year. Take us through it.
I don't even know where to start. The rain quality definitely helped me out because to be honest, my pace was non-existent in the dry, so I was able to get myself up pretty decently up on the grid, and then the race came, and just try to stay out of trouble and stay out of the walls. Safety car came out. I think it was lap 5 or lap 6, I think, and I decided to go pit because I'm like, okay, in case we go to the end, we'll do that, and me and Ham both pitted, and then I tried to stick with him as much as I could. He took off. I got stuck behind a few cars, but I was able to keep out of penalties until like the final few laps. So a win I was definitely not expecting. I think everyone knows I hate the track with a burning passion. So
Yeah, I said that.
I did get lucky
that
with the
earlier
safety
in the
car.
stream.
I got really lucky with that safety car, and so I mean, I don't even know what to say. I'm speechless.
Of course. Did you know that ERS Sam Newton had that many penalties at the end there?
I did know, so I was just trying to keep it out of the walls.
Yeah, I mean, you were taking it real tentative on that final lap, but congratulations again to you for your first win of the season. I think BRL is very proud of you. Next week we head to Russia. What are your thoughts on that track, B-Dunk?
Russia is definitely a line track for sure, so it should definitely suit me for sure. If I could keep out of penalties like I did tonight, I think I could probably get a good result.
Yeah, for sure. Again, congratulations to you, and I'm going to send it back over to Danny. Danny?
Cheers.
All right, yes. Well, congratulations to you, B-Dunk. Glad to see you on the top of the podium here tonight. Let's hope this one doesn't get pulled away like the last couple. Now,
Well, I should keep the podium, I think. I'm not too sure about the win. We shall see later.
Oh. All right. Well, New Zealand Ryan on track, finished second here tonight. And Ryan, it was a race that I feel like you had settled, but it kind of just got away when that safety car came out. Was it ever a question to you if those guys who pitted would be able to make it to the end?
Yeah, it was looking pretty good at the start, and then the safety car happened, and I didn't think going on hards that early in traffic would be a good idea, so I didn't
For sure.
do it. But credit to them for making it last for that long, because I didn't think that was possible.
Yeah, when you were out front, you were just driving away. I believe 5-second gap you had on lap 4. If the race just ran the way it did, do you think it wouldn't have been a question?
Oh, I don't know. Chandler's on hard, so I was trying to build the gap as much as possible because it would be the other way around at the end, but that never happened, obviously.
Yeah, and the way that things came out to be here tonight, you have extended the points lead once again due to the misfortune of Chandler SHZa and Dralik's also finishing behind you. So how does it feel even on a night where you don't finish in first place to still be extending that championship lead?
Yeah, good. So if I didn't get a penalty, I could have had more points, so there's always room for improvement. Which I won't be taking to the stewards, so B-Dunk has won the race.
All right. Well, next time out will be Russia around 16, mind me. So that'll be a track that a lot of people dislike and some people kind of like. So Ryan, what's your opinion on that, and what can we expect out of you next time out?
Well, Mr. Chandler has the world record around there, so that'll be
Yes, he
interesting.
does.
I'll take a nice P2 again, probably.
Well, I think you can afford it. You've done some hard work all season long, and you're currently sitting pretty atop the championship, and you extended it again here tonight. So congrats on that, and we hope to see you run well again next time out at Russia.
Thank you.
All right, you have a good one. All right, so third place and rounding out the podium here tonight is DRC Jared. And Jared, it was a race where a lot of craziness happened there in the midfield, and you stayed out for God knows how many laps on those hards. You were able to come back there on the softs and finish on the podium. That's got to feel great.
Yeah, it's alright, I guess. Yeah, I don't
Got
know.
Kimmy in here.
It kind of got past lap 21, and I thought I might as well just keep going and wait for a safety car, which didn't happen. So I thought I'd wait till lap 29 or whatever it was, and pitted for softs, and yeah, they were like amazing after sitting on those shitty old hards. But yeah.
All right, well, you told us a week ago that you don't really try anymore in this league, and the next thing you know, it's pouring rain and qualifying at Singapore, and you finish on the podium again. How are you doing this without any practice, man?
I don't know, just try not to drive like a retard and crash.
Very understandable. All right. Well, will that be the game plan once again next time out at Russia?
Oh, I don't know. It's a boring. I hate it. I'd rather be
Alright.
asleep, but I don't know. We'll see how we go.
All right. Good to know. Well, maybe not the most ecstatic, but once again, it's a podium nonetheless. Happy for you. Glad to see you do well. Congrats again, and see you run well again next time out, man.
Cheers.
All right, well, that's about gonna do it here from Singapore. And John, before we round this broadcast out, is there anything you'd like to tell our viewers about in regards to tonight and what we can expect out of next week's race?
Yeah, I think another enthusiastic podium finishers interview. I really think that went quite well. I thought B-Dunk was going to be a lot happier than what he was.
Yeah, not gonna lie.
Yeah, I mean, I thought he was going to come in here screaming because he's won. But no, congratulations to those guys again for making it on the podium. Next week, going to be at Russia, same time, Breakout Racing League Tier 1. I mean, these drivers are some of the best drivers in the world. And Russia, a track where overtaking and just different spots to overtake, it's so, like, there, like it's there.
Yeah,
you know, you can do that at that track. So it should make for a good race. Hopefully Tiametmarduk joins us once again. That was cool having him in there tonight.
Yeah.
But yeah, so hopefully next week at Russia we see an even better race than this one, Danny.
Yes, well, let's just hope Chandler Santa doesn't run away with it next time out for sure. But yeah, I guess that's going to do it here tonight. Once again, thank you for tuning in here tonight. Best crowd we've had so far this season here tonight from Singapore. Glad you stuck with us. That's about going to do it here. I'm Daniel Stevens alongside Jonathan Webster. This has been round 15 from the Marina Bay Street Circuit in Singapore. We hope to see you next time out in Sochi. Have a good week and take care.
Stay safe, guys.